Hey everybody! I sent some links out and I was trying to share really quick in some of the big group chats so that everybody could join us. And I probably didn't send them the right page, but they can go to the page they want to watch it on. It's going to be, I think we're streaming to like 6 different places right now. So I see Adam is here and Joanna. Hey guys, how are you? And Alex. We want to welcome a friend that I've been friends with for quite a while and haven't got to actually, see face to face for a while
No, we
because,
haven't. No.
whatever, because the stuff happens. And also you're in a way different time zone than me on the other side of the world. So we
Yeah.
have to match that up sometimes. And that means you have to stay up late in the early hour mornings or morning
Yeah.
hours
Two
or
a.m. It's 2 a.m. here, so
yeah.
yeah.
So from UK, I don't remember exactly what part of the UK because I haven't talked to you in like, I don't know, like a year maybe on actual like face to face, but from the UK and he can tell you where he's from. It's Wayne. So
How you doing, everybody? So yeah, I'm Wayne. I'm from West Yorkshire. So it's God's country, as they say. Um, I'm I'm a paranormal investigator. I own my own team, Spirits Within Paranormal. And yeah, we've not been around. Well, we've been around since 2020, June 2020, and I'm quite new to the field. I feel. Hey, Irene. And I know I feel like I've already brought quite a lot to the field in a short space of time. Um, and I'm excited to be on the show and talking to you guys finally. It's been quite a journey, but yeah, it'd be great.
me too. I'm glad to. We've been trying and stuff just happens sometimes. Uh, I don't know, just stuff just happens sometimes. You can't control everything around, and there's been a lot of not good things happen the last 2 years. A lot of hills to climb and everything. So, do you want to tell everyone like what is your team's name and what like you guys do? I know that y'all have done charities for a while now and stuff, and y'all have done other like fundraiser events in the past because I remember you talking about them originally when we were on Tom's show and stuff. So, do you just want to like tell like what you guys do uh, as far as the vast field of paranormal?
Yeah, of course. So like I said, my name's Wayne. I'm the owner of Spirits Film Paranormal. Got a fantastic team of nine of us, from other investigations to researchers to historians, to mods. To keep our chats and our lives safe for people to watch. We do panel investigations. We do things, wild range of things from connecting to spirits, connecting to loved ones. We do spiritual stuff as well, just on paranormal. We do spiritual stuff as well, like card readings. I'm not spirit. I'm not a psychic or a medium, but I use oracle cards for positive readings. The world that we live in at the moment, the mental health side of things at the moment is quite high and quite strong, and I do my card readings to sort of like help those that are dealing with the hardship or times that I was like, we need that sort of comfort, you know. And we do that. We do some charity work. We've done. I mean, I've done a braid shave before on our lives where I had all my hair shaved off, being waxed live on TV as well to
I
raise
must have
money.
missed that.
Yeah, it
That's
was fun.
funny.
It was fun. It was painful but fun. So for cancer research, we raised money for that, and then we did a charity for raise for a headstone for a boy called Harley. Uh, Harley. It's Sam's, my mod, her son that fortunately passed. So we
Oh,
raised money, myself and other teams as well that came together, and we raised money for that to happen. So we've done quite a lot. We feel like we're more than a paranormal team. We're more of a community, and that's what it's about. It's about being there for people around you.
that's really awesome that y'all did that. I remember now seeing you guys when you did that, and I just thought, man, that is just awesome to be able to do something like that because that kind of stuff we don't expect, and it's so expensive sometimes, and it's sad to not be able to give and honor a family member of yours that you lost. in the proper way that you want to be able to honor them, and for people to come
Yeah,
together and be
cool.
able to help someone do that is awesome. I think it's great. So, as far as like places, I don't know what the the regulations and stuff and how everything is. I've talked to a couple of people from like Scotland and the UK and stuff and Wales, but like how is it over there as far as actually going out and doing a group investigation? Are you able to do that right now, or is like places kind of like
Yeah,
not
there's
open?
not really like we can go to many places now. COVID really hasn't really. We're coming out of Plan B now, so for us, it's about us living with COVID now. So if you're double jabbed, you could do near enough anything. Come up with many people as you want, see many people as you want, do sport venues. There is no restrictions there as much. I mean, there was a few weeks ago, but there's nothing now. We're like in Plan B. I can't even, I don't. I've literally lost track of where we are. It's that confusing. But um, it's like Plan A is like you got to live alongside it now. So it'll come like the normal cold or normal flu. You just have to get on with it. You know.
Yeah, I didn't know like being in a different location. I remember in the past like talking about with a couple of people,
Yeah.
not just Tom, but there's another like a couple of others that had told me, at one point that was like everything was closed down or
Oh
whatever, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
it,
At one point it was really bad, but it's
yeah.
sort of getting lighter now, so it's pretty good.
Oh, someone said that they saw your show on Facebook. Awesome places you have been to.
Yeah, I've been to
Ronnie
quite a bit.
Hips. What is your favorite or your team's favorite place that you guys have been the whole time that you've been doing this stuff?
Um, a personal favorite, probably my favorite is we call it Haunted Victorian Woods. It's an old Victorian park built in 1886, and it was opened up by the royal family back then. It was opened up by them, and it's quite a special park because parts of the park you can see like different time scales in the park. So when you
Mm-hmm.
walk through like the top part, it's all modern. Okay, the last few hundred, like the few years, it's been upgraded up top. It's all modern. It's all new. It's all been done over quite nicely. But as you go deeper into the park, you can see the history. And the old ruins, and it's like, have you ever seen the TV show or the film called The Secret Garden?
I know what it is. There's a book of it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when I
Well,
was in high school. Yeah.
it's like that. It's like walking back into the history, and it's like a garden, and it's so like I love it. It's my favorite place to go to because it's just so peaceful, so
Hmm.
unusual to be in that sort of environment. But yeah, it's really nice, and they've got an old castle wall as well with an old gate as well down the bottom.
Yeah.
So
Oh wow.
yeah,
That sounds nice. If I was a spirit, I'd want to hang out somewhere like that.
it's amazing.
Sounds nice and peaceful to be somewhere to hang out after if you were still here. Do you guys have any specific experience or like any particular evidence or a specific like spirit that you've kind of like made friends with, or their name comes up repeatedly, or you a spirit guide or somebody that you'll deal with from
Um,
your
I don't
time?
know. We have a few evidence. One thing actually was at this park. We went there. We done the Ouija board
Hmm.
at the old part of the park, and the number 17 came out. Um, and we had no, there's no number 17 in the history, or we done history in the park as well, and nothing. Yeah, the churches are amazing here. Churches are fantastic. But there was nothing really to do with number 17. So the night went on and it was pretty good. We felt quite scared. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty heavy down there, heavy feet, like feeling down there. Next morning, I got up out of my bed and I went downstairs, and my wife, Vicky, that's on the team. Um, I said to her, I said, my neck and my shoulder is really sore, really sore. And she's like, let me have a look. She looked, and there were scratches from there
Oh
right
yeah.
down here, and she counted every single line, and it added up to 17.
Oh wow. That's
So I've
crazy.
got scratched 17 times. So I'm not. It could be just like, well, maybe. I mean, but I know it came out on the
I feel
board and I
like
got
it's a
scratched.
warning sign or some kind of like alerting, like something is bringing that to your attention by showing you that number repeatedly.
Yeah, I took pictures of it and everything. So
That's interesting because I see the number 817 everywhere all the time, like a lot. 817, and then recently 88 or 3/8 or 4/8 a lot, and fours recently. So I believe in that stuff. I believe that there's signs and that
oh
either
yeah, definitely numbers,
God
definitely.
or somebody you know that passed on that's looking out for you, or someone that's looking out for you that's purposes to be, a guardian in your life or whatever is trying to tell you something. So,
Have you
um,
been to any castles over there?
Sorry.
Have you been to any castles over there?
Yeah, I have. I've been to two castles. One castle. I can't even say the name properly. It's Spothoff. I can't say it's like Spothoff Castle. I've got. I'll send you the. Well, I can't even say it properly, but it's part of the War of the Roses. Um, so I've been to that castle, and it's actually in a park. You actually go into like this field. It's open 24/7. You can actually walk in it. You can walk around it. Dog walkers, walk the dogs around it and everything. So it's a castle that's opened 24/7. It's really nice. It's really good. And then the other one I've been to is
oops.
another castle that you can go around to anytime that you want, and it's a really nice castle. It's I've got to find a name of it. It's in oh what was it? I can't remember where it was. Anyway, it's got the Battle of the Roses. That was next to that as well, and actually got the field next to it where you can go to the castle, look at the field where thousands of soldiers died on the field, and you can actually visit it. And then when I've been there. When you go onto the field and just stand there and just stand and just take it all in. The energy is so strong there, like it feels suffocating. Just by standing there, you can feel so much around you. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It sounds really nice, like beautiful.
Wakefield, that's it. Wakefield Castle in
Wakefield.
Wakefield. Yeah,
No, wow.
I would like to go somewhere like that.
but
Someday, someone had a question. They said, in the USA, we literally have thousands of paranormal teams. Do you have a lot of investigative teams in Scotland, or is it popular subject or too superstitious?
no, we have teams up and down the country. Every England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland. We've all got teams all around. It's and I've got in Scotland. There's quite a few teams that I would say I would gladly recommend. You know, and there's some in Wales as well that I get on really well. But yeah, it's teams all over the country, hundreds all over the countries. So and it's really good because we're all in this for the same things to prove that life exists. So and get that vital evidence.
Yeah, it's neat to know other people in other places too, how you guys do things. You have different humors and different sense of humor and different personalities and like different characteristics that you guys
Definitely,
have, like that's
definitely.
accustomed to where you're from. So it's kind of neat to know and see and talk to, like how people do stuff in other
Yeah, I
places
mean
that I may
every
never
team's
go.
different. Yeah, every team's different. Every team investigates completely different, and I enjoy watching other teams because you sort of like you can sort of get ideas like, oh, that's not a bad way of doing that, or you know, so you
Mhm.
sort of help each other as well to grow and learn from each other. You know,
Yeah, Adam said I find English humor very funny.
Mhm.
You're not something, Jason?
I was just gonna say too, like, didn't you say something like your wife's on your team?
yeah. My wife's on my team. She was on it from day one. My team sort of like grows in disbands. So people come on, they get sort of like have a feel for it, and they go their own ways, and it is good. It is good because I would recommend anyone to try. to do a investigation or something in the paranormal. You know what I mean? Even if you're a skeptic, just come along and just observe. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. So yeah, but yeah, my wife is fantastic. She's into it much as I am, and she's been to some amazing locations with me as well. So yeah.
Yeah, that
Awesome.
brings a different that brings a different aspect to things because a lot of people are on teams and their spouses don't want have anything to do with it or not interested. So I mean, it's pretty cool that y'all share that and
Yeah, my
Yeah.
my 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 wife's on the team, and then in my team, I've got a North team and a South team. So my North team is Yorkshire, and my South team is Milton Keynes. It's where my hometown is. It's down south by London.
Hmm.
So like I've got two teams, but in one team, in sort of sense.
Yeah.
And the up north now, it's just me and my wife. We are just as two people up north now because I did have a team up north, but unfortunately they went their own ways, and it's just me and my wife now. But down south, you got my sister Kylie. She runs a team down there, and on that team you got my mum. That's
Oh,
part of
that's
that team.
awesome.
So you've got my mum, you've got my brother Aaron, part of that team down south. His girlfriend Casey, down there, and yeah, they just do their own thing down south now, and it's going to be good. It's going to be really really good.
oh, that's pretty neat. Mm.
When I said sounds familiar, and Irene said Wayne has been to some dangerous places as well.
Yeah, I
What
have.
is
I'm
she
not going to
talking
lie.
about? Where at?
Um, so I've been to some places where I could have died multiple times. I'm not going to lie, it was very dangerous, very silly of me. But like I said, I'm a paranormal investigator, but there's a side of me that likes urban exploring as
Yeah,
well. So
it's very
I can't
popular
help
over
it.
there.
I can't help it. If I go to a location that I want to see every corner, every room, every place, and that's the urban side of me that comes out. So this one time, actually no, two locations I've been to that I could have easily got hurt really severely. I went to a mill. Over in England, we've got loads of mills, abandoned mills. And this one mill I went to was 6 stories high, had no windows, it had nothing. It's like literally like a ruin. It had nothing in it, no interior or nothing. And I went to the 6th floor, and there was a hole in the 6th floor. Every room, every
Oh,
floor had holes, and it was
that's high
crumbling.
up.
So I went to the 6th floor and walked from one end to the other, and I literally didn't notice, but my foot almost went into a hole that I could have gone 6 floors. I
Oh,
could have fallen down. So that was that one, and then the other one, I went to another mill. It's the first mill that was actually opened up in Huddersfield, early 1800s. So you can imagine what sort of state it is now. It's very dangerous. It's very ruined. Floors falling in as well. Yeah. Um, and I went to this mill, and I went to this one room. I looked up, and as I was going through the room, I didn't notice until I was halfway in the room that the ceiling was held up by one piece of wood.
oh, Lord, Jesus!
So I didn't realize until I was inside the room. I was like, yeah, maybe not this room.
You must have had spirit guides with you on these ventures,
Oh yeah, sure, sure.
protecting you and
I
looking
hope.
out for you. Yeah, that's kind of cool, though. I mean, it's neat. I mean, there are places I'm sure that are dangerous that have spirits there.
Oh yeah, I mean, we don't even. I'm a big believer. You don't even have to go to these locations to get spirit. You can be in your own house, and if
Mm,
you're focusing on a spirit, or if you know there's a spirit, they'll come to you. They'll communicate if they want to.
yeah,
It's you can go to many locations and you might not get nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's impossible to go to every location to get like all the time. It's not going to happen. But if you're focused and channeled enough and done your meditation, done your focusing beforehand, you know, then more likely they could. But they will show their ways in different ways. Not these little gadgets. They could come in and they could show signs, or they could show different
mhm.
ways of communication.
Yeah, like touching you, or like
Exactly, or cold
picking with
spots,
your
or
clothes, your hair,
exactly.
yeah,
Hmm.
temperature change, or toss in a little pebble or something. And
Yeah.
One said you have a team of angels.
Oh, you know what? They are an amazing
Yeah.
team. You know, even my mods. You know, Zoe, Sam, you know, Karen. Karen's from Wales. You know, absolutely amazing woman. Zoe as well. She's from my home, or my town that I live in now, Huddersfield. And Sam, of course, Sam is the woman that we connected because me and my wife, we lost a son. You know, our son died at 14 weeks. And then that's how we got to know Sam through our story, because we did a baby loss awareness live last year, or the year, no, not last year, the year before, I think it was. And that's how we got to know Sam through that. So, yeah.
I'm sure that baby is one of your spirit guides or your little guardian angels too. I bet.
Yeah, I am sure. Yeah.
That's okay. Ana's a medium too, so if she said there's like a team of angels, she might mean that like she feels like you have a team of angels. She does medium work a lot.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, Adam said, "What other countries would you want to investigate in?"
Me personally, America. I'm not gonna lie, straight out there. Tombstone is a place I want to go to. I would camp out there. I'll live there. It's just the stories that come out of that, you know. I like everything from the skinwalkers, you know, to that sort of urban legend, urban myths. I watch a lot of. I don't really like watching TV a lot in the paranormal, but
Yeah.
I do watch Ghost Adventures, right?
Mhm.
I'm a bit skeptic of them, to be fair, me personally, but I watch for the locations that they attend to.
Yeah, I do
Okay,
too.
that's why I watch. I don't really watch for the investigations. I think most of
Mhm.
it's BS, like most shows, like most most haunted. You know, I don't believe in that or anything on TV, because as doing investigations for ourselves, we go out to a location and we know we get hardly nothing. You know, sometimes you go out 4 or 5 times a week and get nothing. They won't show. They will never show that on TV because the viewers won't, and the viewers won't be there. You know, they won't get the numbers
Yeah.
in. So they have to sort of like. I feel that they have to sort of like hype it up a bit or imagine it a bit. I mean,
I
like
think they do too. Yeah, I mean, it makes it more exciting because, like me and Jason have
exactly to
said a
what
billion times, sometimes you just sit there all night and
exactly.
nothing happens.
So, but I watch really for the locations that they attend, not the what they get. It's the locations that they are at. And I've got a few in America that I like. I like is it Alcatraz? Um, I,
Yeah, I would
I
love to
like
go there.
that. Cecil Hotel. You
Yeah,
know,
good
that's one of my other
locations.
favorites. So I do watch a lot of stuff in America. But there's Australia as well. I like go to Australia and go to the outbacks in
Oh
Australia.
yeah,
You know, to the old outbacks, and then like there's places like in Japan. I like go to like islands from Japan.
yeah.
And there's so many places that I'd love to go to. I mean, my 40th is coming up in 3 years. I'm 38 this year.
Mhm.
No, 37 this year. Sorry. So my 40th is in
Yeah,
3 years, and I'm planning a paranormal event abroad for my birthday, and
yeah, yeah.
I'm aiming. It's either Europe that I want to go to, so somewhere in Spain or Greece or something like that, to do something there, or
Hmm.
America. I'm not too sure yet on what direction to go to, but I might look into Tombstone and do something
Ane
there.
actually lives really close to there. She had said, "Yeah, me and her had been talking about like me. I was gonna talk, or I've been talking to her. She's on another show with me. We've been talking about me visiting her or whatever, and she lives by there. But there's another lady that lives by there too, I guess, right here, Joe Newman. And she said, "Come on to Tombstone, Ane, and I can give you the town tour."
Yeah, I love to come there. I've heard
Yeah.
so much over the year from there.
Yeah, I mean, Tombstone's a bucket list location, not just only for the paranormal stuff, for the birdcage and all that, but to me, I'm a big, a fan of history and as far, Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and
Exactly, yeah.
everything that happened with the OK Corral and everything there. So um, that would that would be one of my places for that. And then you combine that with the paranormal aspect of it. It is a pretty cool location, both ways. So
And it's
Yeah,
also close to some other places too that are actually paranormal
yeah,
hotspots.
definitely. And I'm like, not just about the paranormal, it's about the UFOs and the what's if and all that as well about it all. So for me, I like to go to Area 51, like to the gate that you can't cross
yeah,
at Area 51, like the day, and just stand
Mm.
there. And I just like not to investigate, just to feel the energy in
Hey, Shannon.
the area, like go to Germany, go to the camps at Germany, just to feel the energy there. And Frank. You can go to Anne Frank
Yes, I would love to
house.
visit where
You
Anne
know,
Frank was at.
exactly. You can go to her house. They actually to the room that she hid in, just to feel the
Yeah,
energy.
that'd
It's
be
not about
awesome.
the investigations. It's just being in that place and just
Yeah,
feeling what's around you. You know.
we've had the discussion before with different people about you talked about the camps and the concentration camps and stuff.
hmm
If it would feel like it would be appropriate to investigate those locations or not, or just
No,
go
no,
to
no.
yeah
Just to visit, never to investigate. I feel no.
yeah
I feel it's disrespectful when it comes to that mass of death that was caused. At any locations, even graveyards that are active. I've been to a graveyard that are abandoned, and I have been to a graveyard that was active. I felt so guilty after leaving that place because that's still an active graveyard. That's still someone's loved ones that you around
yeah,
today, that are buried there. But I have been to abandoned graveyards that I feel that's pretty okay. Like, I mean, I've been to one that's literally got one literally opposite the valley where I live, and it's not been used since 1850. So, you know what I mean? It goes right back to 1700s. So, you know what I mean? So I feel that's okay, in a sense, because most of the loved ones around today that are probably not around today, unless they've got distant family members, so that's abandoned, that's not being used. Okay, that's just left to its own devices. That's fine,
yeah.
but any place that you go to that's got mass history or mass memories of sacrifice or torture or death or anything like that, and it's so personal, and it's so fresh as well, because it is. I mean, the concentration camps in Germany are so fresh still to so many people. I know to visit, to feel the energy, to feel the atmosphere, definitely, but never do an investigation. No.
yeah. That's the same thing. We agreed on that. Is the thing we wouldn't
The
never do an
concentration
investigation.
camps. Yeah.
Yeah. We but to go there and just to feel the energy and take it in like we were talking about. That's more like what we'd want to do with that.
Or if they have someone that's a guide that can kind of like go over the story of things and the events that happen there, that would be neat. Like
Yeah.
just a tour or
Oh yeah, like
whatever.
a history sort of lesson sort of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
hmm
yeah, don't get your equipment out and start seeing who
Right.
comes through. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. Mm.
Yeah, I think Australia would probably be interesting. I don't know any places off the top of my head that I would want to like investigate. I just would like to go to Australia just because I don't know. I just have always been interested in it. It's a beautiful
There's a good
place.
paranormal team in Australia actually called Hectic Paranormal.
Yeah,
Two ladies that are over there, and they are absolutely amazing. The most kindest, loving ladies,
there's
and
a
they're
person here too from there watching. It's Sharon. She said hi from Australia. First time here, totally enjoying it. Thank you. Thank you for watching on YouTube from Australia. We
Yeah.
appreciate new viewers all the time. So, as far as like how did you start out the team first that you had that you and your wife have? And I know like people come and go or whatever. Did you guys start that one out first and then you branched out to the South team and like your family just was like, hey, we're interested in that
yeah.
too?
I feel that for most of the year actually in 2020, started in June, and our fan base grew quite quick. It grew quite quick. We went out with another paranormal team that was in the field for quite a while,
Mhm.
and we done some work with them, and we did an aid live with them. And then after that, we did some bits by ourselves, and we had like minimum equipment. Like we had like the basic of basic, like a phone, a holder, an EVP, and a torch. I think that's all we had. Like we had nothing. You know what I mean? I literally zilch. And,
Is a torch like a lighter?
no, a torch is in a torch, as
Like
in
the
like you.
long thing that lights fire at the end?
No. A torch for us
Like a wooden
is
torch?
it's. I ain't got my equipment. Let me get a torch. I'll show
Sorry, I
you.
don't know. I've heard people say the torch before, and I just want to know, what is a torch? Is it like in Indiana Jones? A flashlight. Tom said a flashlight. I was way off.
Yeah, because that's not what we're picturing.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking like this lighter that has a clicky thing, and it's got a long extender that you stick in the grill to light the grill, and it's called a torch. Okay, a flashlight, awesome.
Yeah, sorry. So we had a flashlight then, and that's all we had. That's all we had, and we did like it was me, my stepdaughter was on the team with her partner Ryan, and that's how we started out. And then the second investigation we went out with after that one, my wife joined then, and with her best friend, and we just went on from there. And we just some locations. Helen, a psychic medium, joined us then shortly after Helen, and that was our team for most of the year. You know, and then my mum came on as a mod first off, and then we just grew and grew and grew, and then about beginning of 2021, it was COVID, lockdown here, COVID here. It was very hard, and you know what I mean, to do this and do that, and it's just people just left then, you know, people just left their own ways, or you know what I mean. So, but the South team grew because it got too much for me. It got way too much, you know. People think, oh, we just get up and go out and investigate. That's what we do. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of looking up history. It's a lot of researching. It's a lot of this, a lot of that. You know, you got to do your posters. You got to do this. You got to do that. It's so much work for one person. And if you've got more than one live a week, you know, we're doing up to 4 to 5 lives a week. You know, doing stuff, and it was too much for myself to do just for one person.
It's overwhelming, and it's because you want to put your best into the thing that you're doing, and if you have so many things, you're kind of scattered thin to do all these things. You can't put your best into it, like your best, you know, graphic work for the advertisement, or your best biography for whoever it is, or the place that it is.
Exactly. So I thought I created a self team so they can take that load off me. And now they do some lives, I do some lives. So when they do a live, I'm normally modding or got the night off, whatever, and then vice versa. You know, we could do so much more with 2 teams, one up north, than just one team up north. You know, we can do so much more across the field, and not everyone's pressured, you know.
It is better if you have an actual team.
Exactly.
Like I consider a team at least like 4 people is a good amount of people to be able to distribute all of the work that you have to do.
Exactly that. And we all have job roles. We all have different titles and do different things within the team. So
and it's good to have 5 or 6 people, because then you can have someone that's a historian, or someone that does research, and someone that goes over reviewing all the video and the audio and the photos and stuff, and then someone that actually puts together and promotes and books the locations, and then someone that actually, you know, probably networks and finds places to go, or meets with other people. I mean, at least 4 or 5 or 6 people is always, like, I think it's good to have that many people if you can keep that many people around.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Someone had asked, I don't know, I think they might, I don't know how popular it is, but as they said, how popular is the Loch Ness over there, and what are your views on Loch Ness?
Loch Ness is like an urban myth. Over it's up in Scotland, and apparently there's a dinosaur that still lives in the lake, and I believe that there is something there. Is it dinosaur? Don't know. You know, it's like most of our oceans, you know, or most of our lakes. You know, surely they can scan the lake. Surely they can scan from one side of the lake. It's only a big lake. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a sea. You know, it's a lake. So surely they can scan it and see what's in the
Or
lake,
people could
So
sit there at night and set up cameras and flashlights or something, and they could watch, or like
exactly, or they got
fishers,
technology. They got
fishermen.
sonar. They got sonar technology
Oh
that they
yeah,
can sort of
yep.
map out the lake. So surely they can do that and see if it's there or not. But yeah, I feel that we've only is it like we've only searched like 20 or 25% of our oceans, so say it's been searched
Yes.
or something like that. So I believe that there's still stuff that we haven't found, and there's some stuff that are pretty scary. You know,
And things that
uh,
are lost at sea that were once above water that are down
exactly,
buried,
exactly.
deep, 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 and we have no clue where they're at.
And I feel that there is more mystery down there than it is up in space. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Loch Ness. I feel that it's more of a. I think there's probably something there, but I don't know. And like I said, I'm one of these people. If I don't see it with my own eyes, I'm not really a true believer. So I
Well,
don't know.
that's actually a good mantra, I feel like. I mean, you could believe in everything all day long or chase a lot of rabbit holes and go down the rabbit holes and never, you know, end your search for whatever you're looking for. But if you kind of like have at least to have an experience, I mean, even not just your eyes, but like the scratches that you saw, you might not know where they came from, but you saw the scratches and your wife saw the scratches with your eyes. So, they weren't explainable. So that's kind of something that, makes more
Yeah,
something believable.
Well, a lot of people think it's something that's interdimensional, like Bigfoot. So
Yeah.
yeah. I feel that Bigfoot. I honestly do feel Bigfoot is real. I don't know.
Mhm.
I just got a really gut feeling that Yetis or Bigfoots. This world's a big place. We all these conspiracy theories comes out all the time around the world. Because we see it with our own eyes doesn't mean it's not real. Maybe Bigfoot did exist at one point. Maybe there is evidence of that happening at one point, but who knows? But I believe that for there to be rumors or for someone to have that imagination in the first place. I mean, the first person that thought of, oh, there's Bigfoot, he must have seen something like that just to say that to happen. Like dinosaurs. We don't know dinosaurs exist because we've got
Yeah,
bones.
and that would be pretty
You
hard
know
to
what I mean?
believe if someone just told us that without all the evidence. We wouldn't believe they
Exactly. Well,
existed.
exactly that. So
Yeah.
all these stories, like vampires, things like that. What came from those stories? Just not just wake up one morning and go, you know what? I feel this person could be a vampire because they're going to suck blood and live off the living. Something must have triggered for them to sort of know about these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big believer that they once were like dragons. Things like that. I don't know, just
I
people's
do believe
imaginations.
that there could have been dragons if there are dinosaurs, because dragons kind of look like or dinosaurs kind of look like dragons. They both kind of look,
Exactly. Yeah,
except you add wings on it, it's about the same.
yeah. Urban myths. I feel a
Yeah.
lot of them could be true.
Do y'all have any native, just well known in your location specifically or in your area or your family's area where they investigate? Do y'all have any specific tall tales that you were told when you were younger about some kind of urban legend there?
Yeah, well, I've been there actually. I've been to these woods, and these woods are creepy as hell. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. You heard of the Blair Witch?
Yes.
Well, where Milton Keynes is, there's some woods called Beaufort Hill Woods,
Mhm.
and as a kid, I could see it from my bedroom window quite clearly, quite in the distance. Vast woods, very thick, dense, massive, huge, and I've been there quite a few times, never at night time, except for last year. I went there at night, but I've been there many times. It's a very mysterious place. Fog appears out of nowhere, mist appears, and it goes, and things like that. Really weird. And growing up, they were nicknamed the Blair Witch Woods. Right? There was
Oh
just
wow.
nicknamed it, and we had the stories of, or there's not stories. They used to hang criminals in trees from there.
Oh,
That's
so
actually in the history. They actually used to hang criminals there.
yeah, and that's
Uh,
likely. Probably there's something going on in this
and then,
dark outside.
but the rumor is, or I've never seen it, but that's why we went up there to see, is many people have been there, walked their dogs through. It's quite a lot big, got like a known place to walk your dogs and like days out with your children and just go for normal walks through sort of thing. Um, People saw this woman, this
Mhm.
crying woman,
Oh,
and
that's scary.
when they approach her, she walks behind a tree and she vanishes. Right? And it's
Mhm.
just a woman that's crying,
Yeah.
and a house as well that's been seen uh, up there as well, but in different locations. But it's seen in different locations, but it's described the same house.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And things like that. You know what I mean? Like things like that goes on up there. And but like I said, me and my team down south went up there one night and done some bits down, and we felt like we was getting followed as well, and we felt like we were getting drawn to his location. It felt weird. Like it just feels weird. That's what I can say. Crazy.
Just like that feeling like something's behind you, like you can feel the hair standing up or
No,
the
you felt like something
goosebumps
was
or
trying
your,
to. Yeah, something was there trying to split the team up, like separate the
yeah.
team. And I felt like there's something there was trying to drag people away to different places, like come with me sort of thing. And my team
Mhm.
was like walking off, and I was like, "Where are you going? Come back!"
Yeah.
Like little balloons.
I know, you know. But no, it was a really, really eerie place. And then they got a church up there as well, a church by itself, right at the top,
Yeah.
surrounded in woods.
Wow.
I bet
So
that's creepy looking. Yeah, it's even scary to go off in the woods by yourself in broad daylight, whether there's ghosts there or not, because you never know something gonna like an accident might happen. You may not come back.
Yeah.
um,
So how big of our classic like horror stuff like in American like you're talking about like Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger? How big is that stuff over there?
quite big.
Mm.
We have horror shows and days that we celebrate horror films, and we have film festivals over here with horror film festivals, things like that. So I've never been to one, but a lot of people just cosplay over here as well.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so people dress up as their favorite horror character,
Uh-huh.
Mike Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason. But horror's quite big. I think horror is, it's not, how can I put it? It's not scary as it used to be. I mean, a good horror film hasn't scared me in years. Like, I don't really get scared at horror films, but it is good. I feel that horror in general, it's what we base our things on. Like we do in the woods by ourselves. Would you go into the woods by yourself? You watch a film on Jason or Freddy Krueger. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. The classics are still
Yeah.
big. I'm a bit of a classic filmer, so I like Evil Dead, House, Demons,
Yeah.
Amityville, things like that. So
I
I'm
like
more of a,
house.
yeah. But I feel that most of the horrors come from America. Most of the stories, most of the tales. We got a few over here, but more paranormal, supernatural, like the when the lights go out, about 30 East Drive, Pontefract, about the most haunted house in the UK, supposed to
Mhm.
be. I'm going there this year, so I'm looking
Oh,
forward to that. I'm actually staying over as well. I'm going to be sleeping there.
yeah. What is it
So
called?
30 East Drive in Pontefract.
Yeah.
Mm.
That way, when you post it, I can watch or look
It's
at it.
going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's good. But like I said, with us over here, it's more like your prisons are haunted, or your mills, or your castles, or it's very like our history goes far back, though, far back to
Yeah.
Saxons and Vikings and York, and you know what I mean. So there's
Mm.
so many places around the UK, that are haunted, but movie wise, we don't really have many movies here that are from us. Like over you got The Exorcist was in America, and that's
Yeah.
another film that I love. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Mhm.
I like a lot more American horrors than I do English horrors.
I
Was
think
the oh sorry
I
what
was
was
going to
the
say it. Japan and China too. They have a lot of horror
oh yeah
movies.
yeah yeah they have a whole thing going on there. Some of them's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
is it The Grudge,
Hmm.
Yeah.
The Ring, as
Yep.
well? I think that's in Japan. The original Ring was in
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
So they have some amazing horror films in Japan. Fantastic, yeah.
I know you have Squid Games. I don't know if that's in Japan or China, but it's in one of
I
the
think
two.
that's the. I'm not sure that is actually, but I don't really watch that. I found that quite boring, to be fair.
I haven't seen it a lot, but I've heard a lot about it.
How
I
big
heard a
was
lot about it,
the
but I just feel it's a bit, yeah.
how big was the Conjuring 2 over there? Since it was based off of that the
Oh,
infield.
massive! I think, like for me, I'm not sure about in general, but for me myself, Ed and Lorraine Warren are my idols in the paranormal world. In a sense, they are amazing. I love hearing about their stories, about their, I've got some books actually coming that they wrote and about
Mhm.
their stories behind Amityville, some of the photographs they took as well, that child on the staircase, things like that are
Yeah.
amazing. And I feel like we can learn a lot from them, you know. There's a big thing,
Yeah.
were they fakes or were they thingy? We would never know, if they
Mhm.
were. But just of their journey and where they've been and their artifacts that they gathered, the Annabelle doll, you've got everything that they've collected over the years. Amazing.
And
Absolutely
they did
amazing.
help families, whether everything was completely true or not. They still did help families and go in their homes and try to
Exactly,
help them
exactly. But
solve what was going on.
exactly, exactly. But the Conjuring is films are decent. I can watch them again and again. They're absolutely amazing. And same with Insidious as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like
About
those a lot.
how you can dream and you travel in your dream. I believe that is
Mhm.
true. I believe people have experienced that. Get trapped in their thoughts.
Yeah.
So yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I was just curious because I know the second film was based on a case over there, so I was just wondering if it was really big over there or not. So
Yeah, it was. I mean, the cinemas were packed. I mean, I went to the cinema to watch it with my wife, and the cinema I went to was chocker. You had to book in advance to go and watch it. So,
Yeah.
um, but in whole, I'm not sure how big it was over it in a whole. I did not look at the numbers or I mean, see how many people are interested. But I know that fact that everyone that I talked to in the paranormal field has been to see it. So,
awesome.
Have you ever been to the Rams Inn?
no, I haven't been to Ram's Inn. No, I've heard about the Ram's Inn though. But I've never been there. It was posted the other day actually. Someone posted it. Jared, I think, posted it about the Rams Inn. But I've never been there. I've never been there. No, I do more woods at the moment. I think I'm doing a lot more woods, a lot more outdoors with the elements. I like woods. I like going down to the streams and to the river. I mean, water is amazing energy. Do with the
Yeah.
paranormal. So I do a lot of that at the moment. So yeah, I mean, I will be doing some more indoor locations at some point. But for me at the moment, it's focusing on certain locations that I've been to in the past and hitting them up again and really understanding what is there.
Eileen said, or Irene, sorry, there's a place called Anunnaki Maki. I think I've heard of it before. And she said it's a haunted village
Oh
there in
wow.
Japan. And they made a documentary drama. It's frightening as can be.
I'll definitely look that up.
Yeah, that's
And she
interesting.
said if you come over there, she'll take you there. Any of us. I think she just
Well,
wants any of us to go.
I am planning a trip to Japan, definitely.
That would be an awesome place to go. I always tried to go there to get like some kind of job or orders to go there, and I still haven't yet, but I have a while left. So that's on my bucket list of places to get to go for like traveling with the military because they have Japan. Japan has a lot of bases there and naval bases and stuff. Oh my gosh, I have a cat scratching the door. I'm sorry, I'm fixing that up. Do you hear it? That's the noise in the background.
Sorry, Linda.
Yeah. And Howard had said he's seen your lives, by the way, and he said that they were interesting.
Thank you.
I think Ronnie must probably watch all of your lives too, because he said that he's seen all of them, and he had seen some with shadows or shadow people he thinks that were in the background on some lives that
Yeah,
are
we
masked.
we 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 get a lot of shadow people. We get a lot of spirits that tend to come and have a nosy or have a
Uh-huh.
look. They don't like to engage that much. I mean, not being funny, if they are like, if we go to a Victorian park and they're like a few hundred years old, all these gadgets that we got, it's like alienated to them. You know, it's like me dying now and going to like in the future, and they got all this high tech floating cameras, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what the hell is this? You know, it's very different. You know, it must be scary for them because when they died, there was not even a thing called a camera around. You know, like a phone or whatever. So you got to think how they might be feeling if they saw something like that. You know, would they think like we're strangers? But when I look at the paranormal, I tend to, my mind tends to wander, you know, and different scenarios as well. Like, are we really the people that are dead and they're working onto the living and they are the living, you know, and things like that. It's like really walk with your head, like mind warps, you know, different ways of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you know, it's like the sad of people. What you're saying is they don't really tend to interact, you know, with us or our equipment. They're just curious, like a cat. You know, we see them moving
And most
around.
videos too,
Yeah, you know,
they pop in and out, or they're
yeah,
watching and then they hide.
No,
yeah,
definitely. I think it's a lot of it is the what ifs and the unknown. You know, but like I said, we will not know for sure, for definitely, what happens until it's our time to cross over. So,
right.
This is true.
Was it the Robin Hood Woods?
Yeah, Robin Hood woods are crazy
uh,
looking.
yeah, Robin Hood is amazing. He's quite popular over here, Robin Hood and his merry men. And not far from me, actually, we've got Robin Hood's grave. Is supposed to be in this bit of woods near me. But there's quite a few locations around the UK where they claim that he's buried there. So
Yeah.
no one knows for sure where he is. You know, but Sherwood Forest is amazing. If you ever come to the UK, go to Sherwood Forest, and that's linked with Robin Hood.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, Miss, interesting stuff you're doing. Wayne, nice to meet
Thank you. I mean, we've got some amazing people over here. You know, we've got the Yorkshire Ripper. You know, he's not amazing. He's a bit of a, but his story is quite gruesome. How
It's
he
a
killed.
murderer or something, a killer.
Yeah, he died last year, and I got quite a lot of. I do a lot of stuff with serial killers, so I like
I
to
do
read
too. I like
up
that.
on. Yeah, so I've got Peter. His name was Peter Sutcliffe. So I've got quite a few books of him, even a few books of the families of the victims. So I've got books of them as well to see their side of stories. We've got him, unfortunately, and we've got who else? It? My mind's gone blank, you know. York.
Another
So do York.
killer. Someone's a killer
Yeah.
from nearby you. I was just trying to jog your memory or help you remember.
No, it's not. He's
Is it an American one?
Guy Fawkes.
Guy
You heard of
Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes?
I don't know. It sounds kind of familiar.
Guy Fawkes that planned the House of Parliament, but he got caught.
Oh, right.
And we have bonfire night over here. Do you remember the 5th of November? So we have that. So my mind is always blank, Wayne. I know it's like early hours in the morning here. But no, we had so many good tales like over here of like legend folks, you know. You know, we got the London Ripper as well, you know, that was never caught. You know, Jack the
Ripper here, yeah.
Yeah, that was never caught.
Well, it's not. I guess the investigators are from here, but
yeah.
Here.
So, and there's a place over in America. I didn't know you knew this. I found this out actually by watching Ghost Adventures. You got a place in America that's got London Bridge. You brought London Bridge from us, right? And it's the original London Bridge from London. The London Bridge that we've got here is not the original London Bridge.
Oh,
You've got No. They took the London Bridge down brick by brick from here and transferred it over to America. So you guys over there have got our London Bridge, and we got the copy.
That's crazy.
Mhm. And
I'll have to
that
look
bridge is still haunted in America with British ghosts.
Oh, that would be awesome. We need to check that out and see if we could locate that. That'd be
So
somewhere cool to visit.
I was actually watching a show, like I said, with ghosts, with Ghost Adventures, and they went there.
Huh. I haven't seen that. I'll have to look that up.
November. I don't know what.
5th of November, yeah.
V for Vendetta, 5th of November.
Yeah, well, that's our bonfire night. So
Okay.
we have like bonfires and fireworks, and it's all basically to celebrate that he got caught, that he didn't blow up House of Parliament, and
Yeah.
No.
How do you feel about the latest high tech devices that are out for spirit communication, like spirit boxes that are made by Steve Huff? Those are extremely expensive, by the way. Like,
I don't know who Steve Huff is, to be fair, so I don't want to offend no one. But I don't know who he is. But I'm a bit on a 50-50 when it comes to spirit boxes or apps. I use a lot of necrophonics over here, so we use a lot of necrophonics here. And with necrophonics, you got to, like with any app, I say listen to it. Take some time out and really listen to what comes through, okay? Take notes down of what comes through regular, because some apps come through and they're on a loop, okay? So they say like the similar stuff again, or I understand that they're not meant to say words. They're only sliced up in phrases or whatever. They can't say words. But sometimes the same stuff comes out. Like I go to a location with an necrophonics, and I've gone to like several locations, and the name William always comes out, no matter where I am. Okay? Or a woman screaming, or saying something, things like that you've got to look out for and sort of think, do what? Maybe that is in the app, just be cautious. But high-tech device, you don't need any of these high-tech devices. Most of it's for show, flash. I mean, I can't say too much, but this year I'm taking a whole new look at investigating. Last year was more of getting the spirit to do this, to do that, to do this. I mean, they're spirits, they're not clowns. They don't do a circus act.
or puppets.
Do you know what I mean? These are actual history people that used to live here. These are spirits. These are people that used to live on this plane. You don't need all this high tech. Just go out there with your eyes, your ears, a notepad, a pen. Go out there and just look and just feel. Take an EVP maybe, or an EMF for different readings, but you don't need any high-tech stuff, no.
Someone said they've been on the London Bridge that was moved over here. It's in Lake Havasu,
Yeah,
Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
And she is one of the people that lives by Tombstone. So I'm going to guess if you ever made a trip there and you hung out with them or they showed you around, they could take you to that bridge too.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It would be neat.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Howard says he needs to bring you on an aquatic entity investigation. He has a team that works out of New Orleans called Paranormal Swamp Investigations, and he has an inside joke about aquatic entities.
Yeah.
The original bridge is in Lake Havasu.
Yeah. And they on that bridge, they used to have houses. People used to live on that bridge.
Huh.
It's it's a very new, and you can go inside the bridge as well. You can still walk inside the bridge as well. There's like a path that goes inside. So it's a really cool bridge.
I've been through Arizona a few times, but I had no idea that was there.
Well, she said it's 3 hours from where they're at, and I don't remember what town they live in, but it's not far, I don't think, from Bisbee or Tombstone. Guy Fawkes Day Google says fireworks, a major component of most Guy Fawkes Day celebrations, represent the explosives that were never used by the plotters.
Yeah,
That's
because
cool.
they loaded barrels and barrels and barrels of gunpowder underneath House of Parliament, and they were so close of like literally because in the Parliament, the King used to sit there. Okay, the King used to sit in the House of
Yeah,
Parliament back then. So his plan was to blow up the whole House of Parliament with a King in it and kill everybody in the House of Parliament. I mean, so and unfortunately, he never. Well, not unfortunately, I'm glad he didn't get caught,
yeah,
and you know he got caught and he got killed. He got sent into the tower.
yeah.
That's
Well,
interesting.
that was his fate for what he did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, Arizona.
yeah, they said actually that bridge is 3 hours away from her, but I'm sure you could like still make a trip there if you came to America and you came to Arizona. Ghost Club
Mhm.
Paranormal has a homemade spirit portal. I think her name is Jeans. No last name. It combines a reverb pedal and a noise gate with an SB7 and is strapped onto a Bluetooth cube speaker. Wow, that's neat. The Bluetooth cube speaker would smooth out the noises. The reverb pedal does, and the noise gate SB7 is good anyways, but I haven't seen this one that's strapped on a Bluetooth cube speaker. I don't know what quality speaker it is, but
Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that.
oh look, at night you can still hear horses on that bridge.
No,
It's
wow.
pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. They say you can hear
Pretty
stuff,
awesome.
and also in the water as well. Underneath, you can hear stuff. So
That's interesting.
Tucson, Arizona is where they live.
That's
I
in
mean,
Tucson.
we're on about paranormal on top of land. What about paranormal under the sea, or is it only on land spirits remain, or is it under the sea as well? Because you've got things like the Titanic sank,
Yeah.
and bodies got trapped within Titanic as it went down, and
Hmm.
is there spirits down there? Is
And
the
the
ship
flights that
haunted?
have crashed into the ocean and sank the
Exactly
the
that, and many
plane,
ships exactly. So
ships, submarines,
I
boats.
mean, so it'd
Yeah.
be interesting to see if they could do a panel investigation under the sea. That would be
Hmm.
awesome.
I do a lot of research. I haven't been under the sea to investigate. I mean, I've been in there just to snorkel and stuff and swim, but I haven't been in there. I've been to like in Greece. They do these glass bottom boat tours in Greece off of Crete Island, and you can go to locations and they'll let you snorkel or dive down to wreckage that's down in the bottom. I mean, they don't give you paranormal equipment; they just do it as a tourist thing, and
Of
they
course,
take you there
definitely.
and you go and you can go dive down to the wreckage and check it out and look at it and stuff and look at all the fish there or whatever. But yeah, I do a lot of research about different vessels and stuff that were haunted, stories and evidence and the accounts and the witnesses that saw ghosts and spirits on the submarines or the ships or whatever. But
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I bet there's quite a few that people see on
yeah,
ships and stuff.
there's some of them that you can actually that are boats that are ported that used to be used in war that are ported now and they aren't used anymore. They're decommissioned, but you can go on them, and some of them are haunted.
Yeah, one of the ships actually in America as well, the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, I would
that
love to
one's
go to
probably
that
one of the
ship.
most well known ones. But the Star of India is really haunted too, and they do tours there.
Yeah. There's one. There's a big battleship in North Carolina and off Wilmington that's supposed to be really haunted. I can't think of the name of the ship, but it's supposed to be well known too. Um, but yeah, you're right. There's you would think of
Did you
all the
say
ships.
North Carolina?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I know
I
what you're
can't think
talking
of the name
about.
of the ship though. But yeah,
USS.
it's in Wilmington, right out there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before. It's the one that the Ghosty Girls have went there, and
Rebecca's been there,
George and his wife went there.
but
It's not the Indiana, is it?
no.
No. Post. Yeah, parts of the Titanic are in a museum. There's a museum that's actually not far from us where me and Jason live, and it's got parts of the Titanic in it.
Yeah, yeah. Is that where Ghostface has been as well? Being in
Yes.
there.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
it's in Branson, Missouri.
In Pearl Harbor. Irene said that would be a great place to investigator to check out.
See, that's I would
Not
say
investigate.
no, because like the German, the camps,
Yeah.
it's thinking history, and Pearl Harbor, it's probably one of my favorite films of all time. I've seen the film like hundreds of times.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's very sore still. It's very fresh,
Yeah.
you know. To
Yeah,
visit, fantastic, just to go and see, but not to do investigation.
right. Yeah, it's just kind of taken in. It's a USS Arizona that's
Okay,
under the
someone said the
water.
USS North Carolina. It's called the USS Arizona?
No, the one in Pearl Harbor.
Oh, I was like, not the one that's in North Carolina. It's not.
No.
Someone asked if it's popular there for old castles to have ghost hunting events.
Yeah, there's quite a few that goes on. They're not cheap. They can be quite pricey. But we looked into renting out a castle uh, over here.
Mm-hmm.
Only a part of the castle, not the whole castle. Only a part of the castle, and they wanted £2,000 for the night. So it's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap to rent out a castle. But most castles over here, you can actually go to them and just visit, you know. And most of them are not. I must say most of them. Some of them are open 24/7. So you just walk in and walk around. It's only the well-known ones like Edinburgh Castle, you know, things like that you might have to pay, and
Yeah,
then you can't really do investigations while you're in because people are
Yeah.
walking around. So
yeah, and there's a lot of probably foot traffic noise.
exactly. So you can't really get any good readings.
You'd be interrupting everybody else's good time.
Yeah.
Bob said, I'm trying to get back to the basics of audio and video, staying away from a lot of the so called paranormal equipment they sell today.
Yeah, I would say as well. Don't go like if you've got a camera, try not to go live every time you do investigations as well. Just go off and just do them. And like I said, this year I've got so many different ways of investigating. Different methods, different ideas. How to go about it. And it's for me, it's all about the connection this year, not the investigation. It's about the connecting with that spirit. And then build that trust up with that spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. There was a castle over there somewhere. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It may be what Howard said a while ago, but it's supposed to be like where they sealed up the gates to hell, and I can't think of what the name of the castle is.
What
But,
did he say?
Right. Okay.
I guess I didn't see that.
I
I
can't
never
think
heard of that. I'll definitely look into that. Definitely.
Yeah. One of my favorite podcasts, the Paranormal Punchers, did an episode on it, and I just can't remember the name of
Ram's
the.
Inn? At the Ram's Inn?
I don't remember if it was that what Howard was saying. Yeah, the Rams Inn. I don't remember if that was the name of it. But
I don't think so because I've heard of the Ram's Inn several times and I've seen
yeah, I don't think that.
it, but I didn't hear anything about the portal to hell being sealed up or
Yeah,
anything. It
it's
sounds
a
like the
castle.
catacombs or something almost.
Yeah, it's a castle of some sort, but I just can't remember the name of it over there.
There's a castle that my mother's maiden name is Calhoun, and in Scotland there's a castle called Loch Lomond. It's a really big golf course actually. That's like our family lineage. It's like their castle. I'd like to go there someday.
But with England, you got to think we've got like so much history here. With the Romans invasion, with the Scottish versus the English, back in the day, you've got
those would be hot spots that I would want to check out.
you know what I mean. So you got so much history. You got the Vikings invasion, that came over here. That they settled down here. You got how England used to be, with Northumbria, with East Anglia. It's and how many, like we at one time in our history we had like 7 kings, that used to rule over the England, so we have so much history. We're steeped in history so much. I've got a hill that's not far from me called Castle Hill. And they've got an old Victoria Tower, but that hill dates back to the Iron Age.
Wow.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? So they have people done like little, is it excavations up there where they search for artifacts and stuff, and
Yeah.
they found
Excavators, yeah.
tools. They found tools up there from the Iron Age,
That's awesome.
and things like that. So it's amazing.
Yeah, you guys are, wealthy in the history for sure,
Yeah, and the wars,
Being
and
way so
battles,
much-
and
Yeah, so much older than, the U.S. here, so you have all that going back, way back when, you're talking about all the kings, the legend of King Arthur and all that stuff too, it's just amazing,
what about the
You talk
medieval
about-
days? The medieval era.
Right, yeah, you talk about that or the Saxons and,
Anglo-Saxon, yeah.
it's just crazy,
I mean, we have good and bad history, like anyone else does. We have history that we can be proud of, or history that we are embarrassed about. So like the Civil War, between England and America, and that, it's not a place that I like to read about, because how we were barbaric, in some of the stuff that we did,
Yeah.
but that's history. That's not who we are today.
Right.
That's who our ancestors were. But I enjoy just researching and history. I mean, our royal family is amazing.
Mhm.
Our royal family goes back to like 43. The year 43. That's going back
crazy.
almost. That's almost 2,000 years old of the
Can you
royal
imagine
family.
what it was like then? If
I mean,
you
I
could
have a
even
book.
make communication with someone from then or understand what they were saying.
I have a book here called The Chronicles of the Royal Family,
Uh-huh.
and it goes right back. It goes right back to 43.
That's
43 to
crazy.
60. And that's the early royal family. That's the very first.
And it's like such a civilized. I guess I didn't realize they had such civilized practice
but
back in that long ago.
They keep some traits today. Some customs they still had it. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Oh wow.
it's just crazy. Just our royal family is just amazing. It's amazing to read, but they are also brutal.
Yeah.
If you was a king, let's say back in the 1400s or the 1300s, you was a king, and you got brothers, more likely they will kill you to be king.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it was barbaric, absolutely barbaric.
It's very crazy.
Someone
Yeah.
asked if you ever have had a spirit follow you home after an investigation.
Yes, yeah, many, many, many times. We tend to do protection before every investigation. So we have like black stones, i.e. obsidian, tourmaline.
Mm-hmm.
We either say some words, like we say a prayer, or we say, look, spirits, you must not follow us home. But it doesn't always work. And this one time, crazy actually, I came home and I had a tourmaline crystal, nice raw bit of tourmaline crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And I came home and I was cleansing it, because I'll cleanse everything I have, I cleanse it, okay? Because you don't know what you've talked to or you've spoken to.
Yeah.
And as I cleansed it, I put it onto a little plate, and I went upstairs and I heard a bang, like a pop, some sort of like explosion. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what was that? Like, what was that? Came down and my tourmaline crystal was in pieces.
Oh wow.
Wow. And it couldn't be from a cleansing because you couldn't have heated it up just putting it under
So
water.
I feel,
You'd
I
have
feel
to
like,
burn your hands if it was that hot.
and if you don't know what tourmaline is a crystal that absorbs negative energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it can
Obsidian,
crumble from that. Like if it's used several times, it can. I have
exactly,
tourmaline that's split
exactly.
in pieces, and I just keep the pieces and cleanse those pieces.
So now I've got little pieces of tourmaline. Not one chunk. I've got little pieces here and there, um, but no, it's a really good crystal to have. Tourmaline is definitely a crystal that I advise any investigator to just to have on you. You just never know what you'll come in touch with.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
I wish I knew what they were saying because then I would know if I should delete it or not. Because it's in like Russian or something, and I don't know what that says. I just usually block them because they're usually still listening. But I don't know that language. I don't know how to read it. They could be like, "Hey, everybody, this is awesome," and I block them because I can't read
I
it.
mean, it could be. We have people watch from all over the world, so you never know.
I know. Irene had said, "Old countries have good and bad things that happen, and it's frightening and unbelievable." I agree. I think it would be really neat to like walk on the battlefields of where those things had happened long years ago.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I think there's a lot of especially when Germany tried to invade us and when they bombed London and things like that as well. It's all history. It's all history.
Did you ever like watching Only Fools and Horses?
Hell yes, hell yes. That's probably one of our British iconic comedy with Jason. What's his name? Is it David Jason? I think his name is, and absolutely amazing. Del Boy and Rodney, the old East London or some sort of South London lad that want to make it big, and he's probably a little dodgy little fella, and he knows what I mean. So absolutely amazing, really good show. If you've not watched it, just Google it. It's really good to watch.
Linda said, "Have you been to any haunted places built on ley lines? What does it feel like to walk over a ley line?" I've always wondered that.
I don't think I have, to be fair. I've been to a location. I didn't do an investigation there, but I've been to a location that has its own magnetic field, and that's in Spain. I went to Ibiza, San Marino. Sorry, not San Marino, San Antonio Bay in Ibiza, and we took a boat trip out to it's Twin Island, and on the way you pass this rock formation. And it has its own magnetic field. I can't remember what the rock's called, but it has its own magnetic field. And no matter if it's stormy waves or weather, crazy thunderstorms, whatever, around this rock, it's always calm water. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Is it kind of like one of those circles where they put the rocks in a circle shape, like a theater?
Yeah, but no, this is just like literally just a massive rock, rock, in the sea. Huge thing is absolutely crazy, and around it, it's all calm water, but it's water's in like a circle around it, and you can actually see it as you go over by the boat. You can actually see the ripples. It's so calm, but yet everything else is wavy. But there, it's all calm. It's huge. But that's the only place that I'd be really, but no, I don't think I have been anywhere that's got a ley lines. No.
Yeah, I don't know right off the top of my head.
All that I know of.
A lot of places that have ley lines. It's just a couple of places, but white jade works well. I did not actually know that.
Oh, white jade! I never knew that either. I'll definitely check that out.
I think most white stones do, and I didn't even know they made white jade, so I'll check it out too. But howlite is a really good one also. Howlite, the white with the veins in it, it looks like white marbly. It's called howlite. It actually is supposed to help protect against any attachment of energy.
Right, okay.
Helps against any like possession.
Right.
I've got a piece of snowed obsidian, so it's like clear quartz and obsidian mixed into one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before. I actually bought a lot of crystals for Christmas on like Black Friday, and I don't even remember what they are. I need to look them up and what they're for because I Googled to see what they were for before I bought them, but now I don't remember. Adam said that was one of his favorite shows.
Yeah, it's good. It's a really good show.
Yeah, Alaska has a magnetic field like the Bermuda Triangle. I think Alaska would be a great place to go to investigate and to research because I think that it's very
It'd be
eerie and
cool.
mysterious there. Hi, Pamela.
I never watched any of those. And the only thing I've ever seen that was like uh, British related as far as comedy stuff was Monty Python. So
Oh right, yeah, Monty Python's good. The Holy Grail is
yes,
really funny.
yeah.
Um, but no, we have quite a lot of British comedies over here. Only Fools and Horses is fantastic. Last of the Summer Wine, as well as a very old classic one that I used to watch with my granddad growing up, and actually where I'm living, Huddersfield.
Oh,
They're actually
What
based
is it
here.
called?
So Last of the Summer Wine is about these three old men that are just one's a pervy little old man, and it's just comedy. It's just so funny, and you can go to people's houses. A calf, you can still go to the calf today, and the guy that started from there actually buried not far from here. So, but yeah, but we're quite good as well because I think that yesterday, or the day before, Marvel, Marvel, the Marvel, the films and that
Yes.
they got a new TV show coming out on Disney Plus,
Mm-hmm.
and Samuel L. Jackson is actually over here at the moment in York
That's
and
awesome.
Leeds, not
Oh
far
my
from me
gosh.
actually.
I would
Doing
go and try to meet him, but I would be scared that he might be really mean like all of his
so
characters he plays.
so he's actually over here at the moment, the town over from where I am.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
doing some filming. So
that's cool.
That's crazy. I love him. He's awesome. He's in a lot of
I
movies.
also watched one that was about Ghost. It only got one season, but it was the guys that did Shaun of the Dead and all those guys. They did a show. It was called they were paranormal
Really?
investigators over there. Yeah, and
Huh.
oh yeah. On it was on Amazon Prime.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. They did one show on that, and I don't know what happened to it. To be fair,
Yeah,
it just
Yeah.
a lot
Those
of
guys
stuff.
are funny
A lot of
though.
stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of stuff I feel through the COVID have sort of like lacking support, or they just don't make no more because of the funds.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it is hard. It is hard to work while COVID's around because a lot of people work from home, so they
Right.
can't be in the office. They can't update stuff. I'm a gamer as well. I don't just do paranormal. I'm a gamer, so when like I play my games and stuff, I see like half games getting launched because people can't be in their office to sort of finish the game off. But
Yeah.
they have to launch it at a certain date because to meet the criteria. Things like that. So I think COVID's affected a lot of people around the world in different ways.
Right.
Uh,
Yes. I had a
you
lady
know,
on one of the shows earlier that was from the UK, and then one that was from Scotland, and the one from the UK that works for the government, and she's had to work from home the whole time. It's like almost to where you don't want to stop working from home. I mean, you still want to go outside, but you don't want to go back, especially right
exactly.
now.
It's not like that though. It's like our doctors here as well. Our doctors are really poor at the moment because you can't go
Yeah.
to them. If you've got something wrong with you, you have to tell them over the phone, and then they can just guess what you've got wrong with you.
Yeah.
So they'll prescribe you wrong medication. Like my daughter, she had a chest infection, but they wanted her to get a PCR test before having the chest infection, like the antibiotics. So she had to wait 3 days or 4 days to get the results back, saying that she hasn't got COVID. It actually is a chest infection. Then get treated. By then, she's developed it even worse because she's not had any medication, which needed it.
Wow.
So our NHS is fantastic. Don't get me wrong; they've done amazing work over here. They really have done a fantastic work. But the little people, as in the doctors, your local doctors, are
Yeah.
not so good at the
Because
moment.
they can't
Not
be
so
getting
good.
paid as much if they're doing just a phone call.
Exactly. It's just I don't know. But COVID, like I say, COVID has really messed up the system. But now, hopefully, now we're going to Plan A. We can start getting back to some normal lifestyle. Some sort of normality.
I was gonna ask. I'm pretty sure like there's a movie called Witches that was recorded over there that I've seen them a bunch of times. Witches with Angelica Houston in it, and it's actually at some kind of inn or some kind of big large hotel. is where it's recorded
Okay.
at. It's by the seaside, and there's like some kind of convention of these women that come there, but they're really witches. And I know it's somewhere in England is where it's located. I don't. I'd have to look it up and
Okay.
see.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's the old
Witches, yeah.
one.
And Robin Hood Men in Tights, I
Of
think,
course.
is in England
I love
because they're
Robin.
speaking
We
in
have some
English
amazing
with.
buildings, especially like by the coastline. You go to a town here
Yeah.
called you go to a town here called Blackpool.
Uh-huh.
It's where I'm moving to actually. Hopefully next year, I'm moving to there with my wife and my kids. We're actually moving to the coast.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, so hopefully, we are. There's some buildings there, sorry, that are absolutely out of this world, that are hundreds of years old. Like the piers. There's one pier at Blackpool. We have piers that go out. Yeah, so we have three piers. We have North, Central, and South.
Yeah.
And the North Pier, I think it's North Pier, actually got some amazing history behind it. That once a ship crashed into it, a fire happened on it. People have died on that pier.
Wow.
So yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Are there any lighthouses on those piers?
No, we don't have no.
Mhm.
We have lighthouses, but they're far few between now. You know, we have them in the old towns, like Whitby's got a few lighthouses. Whitby Bay is a really good place to go. If you come to England, go to Whitby Bay. It's the most beautiful place you can go to. It's got its own abbey there as well. So absolutely a beautiful abbey. But no, we've got they've got some lighthouses there. Robin Hood Bay as well. The Smuggler Bay, as they call it, when they used to smuggle stuff in. They got that there. But no, not many lighthouses
I bet
around.
you
Not
guys
many.
had pirates back in the day, also, when everyone
Yeah,
else
yeah,
did.
yeah, 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 yeah. There's Robin Hood. Robin Hood Bay is supposed to
Yeah,
have smuggling and pirates and stuff like that, smuggling stuff in. A lot of pirate stories around. York as well, meant
with
to have some pirates and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. So
sailors and submariners. I've met a lot of English sailors and submariners from the British Royal Navy. They're kind of crazy.
but
They're
no, we
fun.
have a lot of history of piracy, and so yeah, definitely, fantastic. I love all history and stories to do with pirates and Vikings. Vikings is where my heart is, though. I
I
love
love Vikings
Vikings.
too. Yep.
You know,
It was lit. The movie was recorded. The Witches movie was in Hertfordshire, England, and
okay,
Virginia Water Lake in Surrey, England.
okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was
Hey,
recorded.
I don't know if our buddy Tim's watching, but if he is, I'm just gonna say happy birthday. So, I didn't know if he's watching this or not. He usually does, but
Happy
yeah.
birthday, Tim.
So, I just wanted to get that in there real quick.
What about Tim?
Today's his birthday.
Oh yeah, he was watching earlier. No,
Yeah.
that was the other show. This earlier show. Yes,
Yep.
I didn't know it was his birthday. Happy birthday,
Yep.
Tim Coomer. Him?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
because there's another Tim too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Today's
Headland Hotel and Spa.
his birthday. So, yeah.
You know where that is? The Headland Hotel and Spa in England. No.
No,
Hmm.
I don't know.
but if you ever come here as well, I say go to York as well. York is. I've been about 4 or 5 times to York, and my God, it is the most unique place, and the energy there is just out of this world. York is a town that the Vikings held. They raided us, and they used York as in trade routes from York to their own country. So basically from is it Scandinavia or something,
Yeah.
to England and back. They use York as a port, and Ivor the Boneless conquered York, and he took York and he held York as his own. And York is amazing. Like you can walk through York today, and you can just walk down the street, and you can see gravestones in the middle of roads. And
Yeah.
it's just like you come off the train, okay, at York, you walk across the road, and there's a gravestone, like a few of them just laying around. Like they're not in graveyards; they're just laid around places, you know. And you go through York, you got the Shambles in York. It's a very old street that they used to have butchers cut the meat of the animals, and they have like divots, like little in the road, and all the
Yeah.
blood used to go down the road,
Oh
you
wow.
know, and all that. And that
I bet
street
that
is
had some strange attraction from animals around the area.
it's amazing, and the street is that narrow. You can actually touch hands with your next, like they're across the street with each other, so you can lean out the window and touch each other. That's how narrow the street is.
Oh wow.
It's fantastic. They got the Minister Abbey that I've got a picture of up here. This is in York. Not sure you can see that.
Oh wow.
So
Cool.
that there is the Minister. So that's the
Yeah.
Minister of York.
Wow. Even those cottages and houses, are those houses and cottages?
Yeah,
Those are so pretty. I'd love to go there.
yeah. They are there as well. And then you've got some really old inns as well, inns in York. Then there's actually a pub as well, or this diner place that you can go to. And you heard about the Black Plague and all that, how it hit Europe and all that. And
Yes.
there's actually a wall, right? Seriously, I'm not even going to lie about this. This is mental. You go down into the toilets in this restaurant, and they got a wall that's blocked off.
Mm-hmm.
Behind that wall, plague victims were laid to rest, and they are rumored to be there today.
Oh wow.
Behind this wall. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. You're not been to York Centre. I've been there, York Centre, and it is absolutely out of this world. It is. You basically go in and you queue up, and it's like a ride. You go on it, and it takes you around in a ride sort of. It's like a really slow one, like a tour ride.
Yeah.
You know,
like a boat.
And they have
like a bus tour or something.
Yeah, and they have electronic puppets or mannequins, and it shows you what York was back when the Vikings attacked. So it shows you the route and how it all looked, and you can smell in there how they smell.
That's crazy.
And it's absolutely amazing. Literally, you go in there, you look like you're going back in time. It's absolutely amazing. And then at the other end, they got a little museum of Vikings. So their weapons, their tools, their pottery, it's all there as well. So you can sort of like get a feel of what it's like being back in the Viking area.
Wow.
Sorry, I heard my kid crying, and it's actually it's past 9:30. It's not like a big huge deal, but I don't think there's anyone after us. But at 9:30, the show's supposed to be over. But we were just talking and not even paying attention to what time it was because there's so much stuff to talk about.
So and then also in York, if you go down a street, they got old greystones piled up in lines and against the wall. And that's how they sort of like adapt themselves into the wall as well, like blend them. It's amazing. If you ever come to England, York is definitely a place that you should visit without a doubt.
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard of Liverpool like a lot, maybe the most.
Yeah. Liverpool's good. Their harbour's good. I want to investigate their harbour at Liverpool. But like I said, you got Liverpool, you got York, London itself. It's absolutely amazing. They do Jack the Ripper tours in London, where you can take the route that the murders were. Then you got the Yorkshire where I live. You got the Yorkshire Moors. Unfortunately, that happened. A serial killer, two of them actually. That killed children and buried them up at the moors. Bless their souls. Then you've got so much happened here. So much has happened in the history here. It's crazy, from serial killers to abandoned factories to warehouses to churches to cathedrals to castles. the meals. It's just so much is here, so much to do.
Wow. So where can everybody follow your stuff at and find you?
So at the moment, we are in the process of revamping. We had a really tough year last year, towards the end, and we thought, well, we come away. My mental health took a really bad turn last year, so I thought I'll come away and refocus ourselves and refresh ourselves and why are we doing this sort of thing? You know, like we had to figure out now, why are we here and why are we doing this? And we came away and we thought, you know what, let's do a revamp. Let's change how we look, how we are, how we act. Okay, let's come in at a different angle now, you know. So if you go to Facebook and type in Spirits Within Paranormal, you got a logo at the moment with no picture. It's just logo coming here soon or something it is. So that's us. But we are live on the 7th of February, 8 p.m. UK time, doing my live show, our first show of the year, showing you what's coming, what to expect from us this year, what's coming up, what to look forward to, how we're doing this, how we're doing that. So it's going to be a good year. I'm hoping a good year.
It will, especially after a break. Usually, when you come back after a break, it usually seems to be good for quite a while.
I just miss doing my cards. I really do miss doing my cards.
Yeah,
I mean, I've got all my
I used to watch them sometimes.
I've got all my cards here.
Yeah,
I miss doing them.
and your angel numbers book and stuff. I remember that too.
Oh yeah. I do my angel numbers. So I do like my angel numbers.
So
Spirits Within, Joe Newman, Spirits Within Paranormal. Here, I'll put it back on there. Spirits Within Paranormal on Facebook. Do you still have the share page too?
No, that's all gone. The share page is gone. The subs is gone. We're focusing on just this page going forward, start again sort of thing, and just focus on this page. We might bring this. I mean, the share page is in the share page, and the sub page is in archives, so we can use it again at a later date if we wanted to. But at the moment, we're just focused on this. We do have TikTok as well. Same thing, Spirits Within Paranormal on TikTok and on YouTube. But they're more of a side project at the moment, just to see how it turns out. And then, I'm not being funny. If you've ever been on TikTok, it's a whole different world on there. It's completely crazy on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't do TikTok a lot.
No, it's completely weird. It's crazy. So TikTok's more for like everyday lives or just a bit of fun, a bit of laughter. You know, we are a serious paranormal team, but sometimes you want to bring a bit of laughter into it. You have to bring a bit of joyful into it as well. So,
and don't get stuck in the rabbit hole of TikTok.
No.
It's easy to just get stuck on there scrolling. That's why I deleted it out of my phone, because I was spending way too much time not getting anything done and watching TikTok. So I had to stop. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Wayne, for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. I finally made it.
And I would like to know, like, when y'all launch the starting of the page. You said February when?
February the 7th at 8 p.m. UK time. So it'll be our time. If you want to know what time it is in their country, then I can always work it out for them or whatever. But yeah. And it's about a 2-hour show because I'm doing something else like live. So it's going to be like a showing, I'll reveal what's happening, all that. And I'm actually doing a live on top of that as well. So it's going to be quite a hefty live.
Awesome.
Good night, everyone. Everyone's like, good night, kids. Good night. I'm a kid. Yeah, I feel good.
Right,
I wrote February the 7th, and go and find his page, Spirits Within Paranormal on Facebook. And I'm sure there'll be some kind of update or information on there reminding everybody that on February the 7th at 8 p.m. their time, which is going to convert to 6, 7, or 8 hours difference behind that, our time, or before that, our time. So you're going to go back into, like, noon here, or 1, or like 11 a.m. here or something on their page.
Yeah, it's almost 4 a.m. here. So.
No, wow.
Right now?
Yeah. It's
they're 6 hours ahead of us.
3:41 here. Yeah.
Well, you get some sleep because you've been awake on 24 hours, 28 hours, 26 hours, whatever.
About 23 hours I've been up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And thank you everyone for watching. Go follow their page and get ready for February 7th to watch them go
Thank
live.
you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.